Good morning, everyone. So, in the last class, we started with periodic table, and we had a brief knowledge why we need to group the element, why we need to classify the element into different groups and columns, right? After that, we also studied Mendeleev's periodic table and Moseley's periodic table. Today, we are going to start in detail of modern periodic table or Moseley's periodic table. Okay, so let's start with the modern periodic table. What we had said in the last class, we knew that the modern periodic table is the long form of the periodic table. It is long form of periodic table that consists of 4 blocks, 18 groups and 7 periods. Okay. Okay, so this is the long form of periodic table. We have 4 blocks, 18 groups and 7 periods. What are these blocks? These blocks are nothing but S block, P block, D block and F block. Same as the orbital that we had studied in electronic configuration, right? Let's have a look at the properties of these blocks and the element in these blocks. S block element. In S block, we have 2 groups. Why we had 2 groups? Because we can have 2 electrons in the S orbital. So we have 2 groups over here. First group, elements will be lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. This is our group 1 element, and second group element are beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. These are group 1 and group 2 metals. All of them are strong metals. So all are metals. They are soft metal. All these metals are soft with lower density. If you look at the general electronic configuration, for group 1 it will be NS1 and for group 2 it will be NS2. So they are group 1 and group 2 metals. All of them are highly electropositive. All of them are highly electropositive. Okay? They are large in size. These are the basic properties of S block element. All of them will be metal. Basically, Be is you can say is a weak metal. Rest, all of them are very strong metal. They have electron losing capacity. They want to form cations. They have very low density and they are soft metal. They have low density. Density is low. As per metal we are talking. We are not comparing it with non-metals. We are not comparing it with other metalloids. We are comparing it with metal. So in comparison with the metal, they have low density. Okay. So it was the property for the S block elements. Now let's move to P block. P block. They consist of metal, metalloid and non-metal. This block consists of all of them, metals, metalloid and non-metals. How many groups are there? We have 6 groups. Same as number of electrons that can be filled in p block. What are they? We start from group 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. If we look at the metals or elements which are present over here, in 13 group we have what are they? Boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. Group 13 element. Group 14, carbon, silicon, germanium, stannum and plumbum. Group 14 elements. 15 we have nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. In 16th we have oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. For 17th we have fluorine, chlorine, okay, I am just writing this, bromine, iodine, astatine. For 18th we have helium, neon, argon, krypton, jadon, radon. These all are p block elements. In p block we have group 13 to group 18. Now if you look, then these upper one are non-metals and the lower one are metals. In the middle we have metalloid, and this will be generally like this. These are our metalloids. Okay, silicon, arsenic. This will have a dominant non-metallic property only, but we can call it as silicon, arsenic, selenium, tellurium. These all are our metalloids. Upper one are metal, non-metals, lower one are metals. Even we can also include this germanium. So these are metalloids, rest are metals. All of them are solid except bromine. This will be liquid at room temperature. Rest all of them are solid. Okay, so one thing we can say, what is the general electronic configuration? If you look at the general electronic configuration, then it will be NS2 NP126. Now as we can understand from here, NP1 will be for group 13, NP6 will be for group 18. So for group 13, we will have NP1, for 14, NP2, so on. For 18, we will have NP6. So this is a general electronic configuration. What we can say from here, the non-metals are in the upper row. Generally we are talking about general term, and metals are in the lower row. Okay. So this is the property for p block element. What we see, we have metal. In S block we had only metal. In p block we have non-metal and metalloid and metals. In fact, all the non-metals are here only. If we look at the very strong non-metals, so group 17 are strongest non-metals, also known as halogens. Group 16 are known as chalcogens. That means ore forming. Group 15 is known as pnictogens, or you can say fall smell producing compound, because here ammonia, PS3, H2S, all of them are having very foul smell. So these all are very good non-metals, right? They are the strongest non-metal. Most, if we can say, the strongest non-metal is fluorine, most electronegative, right? So here fluorine will be most electronegative. That means highest tendency to gain electron. As we said, group 1 has the highest tendency to lose electron. Group 17 fluorine will have highest tendency to gain electron. Okay. So this was all about our P block. So two blocks we have seen, S block and P block. Now we will go to D block elements. D block, how many groups we will have? Here we will have 10 groups. It will go on from group 3 to group 12. And general configuration will be, general config will be n minus 1 D 1 to 10 ns 1 to 2. In fact, at some place it is also 0. So this is our general configuration. This 0 and 2, 0 or 1 will appear where we will have exceptional behavior. Rest we will have 2 only. Now, it is also represented by 3D, 4D and 5D series. Here you will have 3 periods generally. 6D is also there, that is incomplete. So let's go to the 6D also. So here we will have, it is divided into 4 parts: 3D series, 4D series, 5D series, last one is 6D, that is incomplete. In 3D series, we start from scandium and move till zinc. It is from scandium till zinc. Then in 4D, we start from yttrium and we end up at cadmium. Yttrium to cadmium. This one is 39, this one is 20, we start from 21, we end at 30, 48. Then at 5D we have lanthanum, it is 57, and it ends at mercury, that is 80. And the last one starts from actinium, that is 89, and this is incomplete. This is incomplete. So what we see here from here 57, next element that you will see will be for, next element I am not writing the name, okay, chaliye, you should write the name, in fact, HF, hafnium, it will be 72. From 57 it will be directly 72, and rest elements, the element in middle, this one is filled over here. Similarly here elements will be filled over here. So just after lanthanum, we start filling electron in F block, and actinium we start filling electron in D block, F block 5F, right? So after lanthanum, electron or element goes to 4F, after actinium it goes to 5F, and then we will continue it. Now what are the properties? Are they metals, non-metals or metal wired? D block are completely metals. All are metals. All of them are metals, and they are hard metals. They have high density, and all of them are solid except mercury. This one will be liquid. Rest all of them are solid. So in whole periodic table we are getting 2 liquids. One is bromine, one is mercury. They have high density. Okay? Exceptional behavior will be there for Zn, Cd, Hg. Why they have exceptional behavior? We will study in D block in class 12. They have malleability, as they are metal, so they will be malleable, ductility and good conductivity. They are also known as transition element, again except Zn, Cd, Hg. Zn, Cd, Hg will be the exceptional behavior both for density also and for being named as transition metal also. Next property, if you look, they will have variable valency. They can show variable valency. They have different type of valency. Generally group 1 metal, if we look at the metals, group 1, they will have fixed valency 1. For group 2, it will have fixed valency 2. But when you come to D block, they do not have any fixed valency. It changes, it keeps on changing. So they will have variable valency. They are good conductor, that I have already written. Let's write once again, good conductor. Now, as they are known as transition, one more point that we missed in S block and P block. D block are called as transition. Why they are called as transition? Because if you look, S block, these are good metals, they are strong metals, right? On the left hand side, we have strong metals. When we go to P block, these are non-metals, at least the upper row. And in between we have D block. So what we say, these elements transit, they convert the property from strong metal to the non-metal. So D block were called as transition. This was the first definition. So why they are called as transition metals? Because they are transiting the property from strong metallic character to non-metallic character smoothly, right? Later on this was changed a little and it was named as the element having unpaired d electron. D electron in the normal element or in their stable valency. So transition metals are those metals that have unpaired electron in their electronic configuration in their D block in the normal condition or in any stable valency. And this S block and P block, they are known as main metals or representative metal. They are the main metals or representative metals. So this was all about D block. What we knew, all of them are metals except mercury, all is solid, high density, high malleability, high ductility, good conductor, right? Variable valency. Okay, few of them generally in the last one will be our radioactive. That we will mainly discuss in F block. That is our last one. So let's move to F block. Here we have two series, 4F and 5F series. 4F series starts from cerium, that is 58, and goes up to lutetium, that is 71. So it is, there are how many groups we have here? 14 groups. 14 groups, as 14 electrons can be adjusted in F block, F orbit, suborbit, right? So here we have 14 electrons, that's mean in F we will start with, we will fill up 14 elements that we have shown over here, that it starts from where? Lanthanum. So after lanthanum I will fill cerium over here, that is 58, and we will end up over here, that is lutetium 71. So how many elements we have filled over here? 14. Then we will start with thorium, that is 90. Till where we will go? Till 103. Right? Just a moment. Okay. So from thorium we will go till 103, that is lawrencium. So in total 14 elements will be filled here in 5F, 4F and This will be in 5F. So now they are having some special name. This 4F, okay, where we had from thorium till uranium, that is 103. Now in total we have 28 elements. They are known as lanthanide series because they are starting from lanthanum, and they are known as actinide series. They are starting from actinium. All of them are metals. All are metals, mostly radioactive. Which one? 5F series. 4F is not radioactive. After thorium, sorry, after uranium, if we talk about our radioactivity, so after uranium, that is 92, also known as transuranic element. Transuranic elements, they are radioactive. Okay, transuranic elements will be radioactive. All the 4F and 5F series are known as inner transition metal. Why inner transition metal? Because they are kept inside the transition metals. It is kept or filled inside D block, right? So these are the properties for F block. What we have understood now, in S block, D block, F block, we have only metals. Non-metals are present only in P block, right? P block also consists of metal, non-metal and metalloid. So most of the elements of this periodic table will be our metals. S block will be soft, D block will be hard, higher density, and F block will be radioactive. If we look at the radioactive, what we said, after uranium, all of them will be radioactive. Before it, before uranium, we have in D block, we have only one radioactive, that is technetium 43. This one will be radioactive. So this one is radioactive, right? Now let's move to the next part. This was the property. This was a general configuration. I think we have missed general configuration for F block. Yes. So general configuration of F block will be what? General config for F block will be n minus 2 F 1 to 14 n minus 1 D 0 to 1 and S2. 1 to 2 we should write. So this is our general configuration for F block. So now we will understand how we have divided these elements in S block, P block, D block and F block. What we have known till now, that in this periodic table we have 4 blocks. What are the basic properties? We have not discussed the complete property. We can't discuss it as a whole, because metals will vary along the groups, along the periods. They will have different property, right? So now what we are going to do, we have to understand first why any element is kept in S block, why any other element is kept in P block, why another element is kept in D block or F block. So now we will go for prediction of groups and period, and we will understand it, why we have, and also blocks. Groups, periods and blocks. Now from the very first class of periodic table, we are saying, when we started with this word modern periodic table, we started saying that this periodic table is just the reflection image of the electronic configuration, right? So if we have to predict groups, period and blocks, what we have to write? The first thing, write the electronic configuration. The first thing that we have to write down is the electronic configuration. And what we have to find out? We have to find where the last electron is filled. So now understand one thing, when we said in the earlier classes that we have two parts in an atom, one is nucleus, one is electron. Nucleus is invalid for us till we are discussing chemical reaction. Why? Because it takes part in nuclear reaction. What we were to take care of? Electron. Now out of that also we are just looking at the last electrons. Why? Because the inner electrons, core electrons, are very close to nucleus, they are tightly bound by nucleus, they have a strong force of attraction. So the only thing that is left for the chemical reaction will be our valence electrons, right? So now we are concising our field to even a smaller part, that is our valence electrons. We are not going to take care for all the electrons, we are just going to take care for the valence one. Now we have done these two things. We have got an element, we have to find out what is its period, what is its block, what is its group. What we will do? Write the electronic configuration. Once we have done that, find where the last electron is going to be filled, and after that we have four cases. If last electron goes to S block, sorry, we are not using the word block over here, S orbital. If the last electron is going into S orbital, then what will happen? Then group number equals to number of electron in the S orbital. Group number equals to number of electron in the S orbital. Okay, and for example, if I have ns1, then it will be first group, as we said our general configuration. ns2, then it will be our second group. Element will belong to S block. Okay, so this element will be in our S block. Let's have a detailed view of this, where to understand why I am writing ns1. If you write electronic configuration for hydrogen, what it is? 1s1. For lithium, what it is? 1s2, 2s1. For sodium, what it will be? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Next, if we go for potassium, it will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1. Right? Now, if we go for next one, rubidium, what we will get at the end? 5s1. Rest, we will go till 4p6. So what is the similarity in their configuration? See, the last orbital is nothing but S, and all of them have only one electron in their outermost orbital. So the electronic configuration is showing that they have similarity for the valence electrons, so they will have similarity for the chemical properties, and that's why they are belonging in the same group. So what are we going to study now? We are going to study valence electron, their pattern, and then we can understand what will be their property, where they should be kept. Now what we can say, any element that is kept in S block will have one electron in the outermost orbit, and if they have one electron, they can easily lose it to gain our noble gas configuration. See here what we have: argon here, neon here, helium. So they can lose one electron to have noble gas configuration. All of them will be strong metal. They have a strong electron losing capacity, a strong losing tendency, right? So let's move to the next one. So we have understood why they are kept in the same group, why I said valence electron will be responsible for the chemical properties, and what do we mean by the general configuration ns1 or ns2. Right? So electron can go into S orbital, P orbital, D orbital, or F orbital. We are not playing with G. Why? Because that will start somewhere at 121 or 122. We don't have that number of elements right now. So if electron goes to p orbital, before this electron, last electron, we are just talking about the last electron, then it will be in p block. In p block. And group number will be number of electron in last p orbital plus 12. Number of electron going into the last p orbital plus 12. Now p can accommodate, last p orbital can accommodate how many electron? 6. So if it is np1, it will be 13th group. 12 plus 1. If it is np2, it will be 14th group. So on, if it is np6, it will be our 18th group. So if the last electron is filling in the p orbital, then it will be p block element, right? And it will have general configuration np126, where period number will be electron in the last orbital plus 12. Okay? So let's have a look on this also. Let's compare 13th group only. In 13th group, what we have? First element was boron. General configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Then we have aluminium 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p1. Then we have gallium. What it will be? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, 4p1. So now the last electron here is going into 2p, then 3p, then 4p. So if I go for next one, indium, last electron will be going into 5p1. If I go for thallium, it will be going into 6p1. Right now? So this is our a general configuration for different elements of group 13. What will general configuration? What we are seeing at the last, see 3s, 3p, 2s, 2p. Here we have 3d, 4p. Right now? Or if we keep 3d here, what we will get? 4s, 4p, then 5s, 5p, then 6s, 6p. So what we had written? We had written ns will have 2 electrons, and np we go from 1 to 6. This was the general electronic configuration for p block. So if at the end we are getting np1, it is our 13th group, np2, it is our 14th group, np3, 15th group, np5, 17th, np6, 18th. Okay, so this was for our p block. What about d block? In d block, if the last electron is going into d orbital, if last electron goes into d orbital, then element will lie in d block. Group number will be number of electron in last d orbital plus 2. Okay, so if it is nd1, it will be group 3, nd2, it will be group, it's not actually n, we generally write it by n minus 1. Why we write that? That we will explain over here. N minus 1, it will be 4, and so on till n minus 1 d10, it will be group 12. Now let's see example of this d block also, and why we are using n minus 1. Let's understand this. For example, let us take titanium. It is 24. My bad, titanium is 22. What will be the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d2. 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 20, 22. 3d2. That means it will be in which or group? Fourth group. Just below titanium, what we have? Zirconium, 40. What will the electronic configuration? If you write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, 4p6, 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 20, 30, 36. After that, 5s2, 4d2. Now understand over here, we have 4s and then 3d. This means this is the largest value of n. So if I write this one as n, it will be n minus 1. Again here largest value of n is this, so it will be n minus 1. And it is ending with 4s 3d, it is ending with 5s 4d. After that, if we move, what element we will have? After lanthanum, what we will have? Hafnium. How much? 72. What we will get at the end? 6s2, 5d2. 4f will be in between. Okay. So again here the last configuration is similar for all the elements, right now. For all the elements our last configuration is similar. And that's why what we write, general configuration for this group will be what? N minus 1 D2, NS2. So whatever number of electron we have in the last orbital, we will add with 2 and that will giving our group number. What about F? That's the simplest one. If last electron goes into F orbital, it will be in group 3 always. Because all the F block elements are filled just after lanthanum series, or we can say just after second group, that is group 3. They are combined and compiled together there only. Now, if last electron goes in 4f, it will be our lanthanide series. And if it goes into 5f, it will be actinide series. So till now we can, and they will be our F block element. Last electron must go into F. Now whenever we are using this, keep in mind, helium does not follow it. This whole method for calculating group will not be followed by helium. Helium is 1s2 but kept in 18. So this one is as per their properties. Next, do not use exceptional electronic configuration. We should not use exceptional electronic configuration. For example, in chromium, we had 4s1 3d5. We are not going to use that. We will use 4s2 3d4. Why? Because for extra stability, it has made one electron jump from 4s to 3d. We are not going to use that. We are not going to keep that into view that one electron has been jumped. We will go for normal electronic configuration as per above principle, Pauli's rule, Hund's rule. Write down the electronic configuration, find out the last electron, going into S, S block element, going into P, P block element, going into D, D block, going into F, F block. And what about the group? If the last electron is going into S, number of electron in the last orbital, we will have our group number. For P, last electron in the, or number of electron in the last orbital plus 12. For D, it is number of electron into the last d orbital plus 2, and F, it is group 3. Now, why we are adding this number? Just understand. कि when we are filling the electrons or elements, first group is this. Here we are giving electron into S. First and second, it is S1, S2. Now when we fill our first electron in D, that will be this 2 plus 1, 3. Before D, 2 groups has been filled, so we are adding 2 over here. Okay? Before P, how many we have filled? 2 groups here and 10 groups here. Here 10, here 2. In total how much? 12. So we add 12. So this plus 2 and plus 12 is why? Because of the arrangement. First 2 S block is kept here. After that we start with D. So I am adding 2 in the number of electron in the last d orbital. If we go to P, before that we have filled all these 12. 2 in S, 10 in P. Then we, 10 in D. Then we start with P. That's why we add 12 to find the group number. And for F, it is always 3. So we have kept it in a combined position in third group. Chaliye, this was all about groups and blocks. But one thing is left, that is our. For this also we have to write the electronic configuration. So what we will do? Write electronic configuration. And largest value of n, largest value of n gives the period of that element. Okay, we are writing the electronic configuration and largest value of n gives the period of that element. Okay, so for example, let's start with an example to understand how can we find out period, block and groups. Let's take arsenic. Arsenic is 33. So what we will do first, we will write the electronic configuration. What is electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. After that 3d10, then 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 20, 30, 4p3, 33, right? 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 20, 30, 33. We have written the electronic configuration. Which period it will lie in? What I said? Largest value of n. What is the largest value of n all over here is 4th. So period number is 4. Which block element it is? Block will be P block. And what is the group number? That will be number of electron in the last orbit plus 12, that is 15. So we have got period, we have got block, we have got group, right? Now let's have a look at one more element. If we have molybdenum, 42, we have to write for it. What we will write, beta? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, 4p6, 5s2. How many electrons we have? 4, 10, 12, 18, 20, 30, 36, 38. Then we will have 4d4, 42. So why it was kept in D block? Why molybdenum was kept in D block? Why? Because the last electron was going into D orbital. That's why it will be a D block element. In which period it will be kept? If we look, largest value of n is 5. So this will be 5th period. Okay. Now what will be the group number? What we had said, if the last electron is going into d orbital, add 2 into the number of electron of that d orbital. So it will be 4 plus 2, that is 6th group. So molybdenum will be in 5th period, 6th group, and it will be a D block element. Right? Let's go for one more, that is barium, 56. If we write the electronic configuration, what it will be? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, 4p6. 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 20, 30, 36. Then we will have 4p6, 5s2, 4d10, 5p6. Now we add it up. 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 20, 30, 36, 38, 48, 54. Now last 2 electron will go into s orbital. So which block element it will be? Last element going into s. So this must be placed in s block. What will be the period number? Largest value of n is over here only. So it will be 6th period element. And as the electron is going into s block, number of electron into the last orbital will be our group. So it will be 2nd group. Okay, so we have seen one example from P block, one from D block, one from S block. Right? When electron was going into last electron going into P, it was P block element. We added 12 to find the group number. Largest value of n was the period number. So arsenic, if you look in the periodic table, will be kept in the 15th group in the 4th period. If electron is going into D, last electron going into D, then what? Then it will be D block element. For finding the group, we will add 2 into it, and again the largest value of n will give us the period number. That means molybdenum will be kept in D block in the 5th period in the 6th group. Okay, as we had said, in D block we have 4 series, 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D. If the last electron is going into 3D, 3D series. If last electron going into 4D, 4D series. So this molybdenum will be which series? 4D series. If the last electron is going into 5D, 5D series. Okay, for F it is very simple. First, then for S we have seen. If electron is going into last electron going into S block element, period will be same as that of the largest value of n, and group will be same as the number of electron in the last s orbital. Okay, for F block we don't need anything. Write down the electronic configuration. Again, largest value of n will give period number, and group number will be fixed, that is 3. Okay. So we have understood a little bit that why any element is kept at a specific place in the periodic table, and that has been defined by the electronic configuration. Now what we can say, element in the same group will have same properties or similar, not exactly same, but similar properties. If E1 and E2, for example, if we have a group over here, I know it is E1, E2 and E3, and I know this is a hard metal, so we will have a soft tendency that this one also will be a metal. Right? Why? Because they will have similar properties. And all of this was depending upon what? Number of electron in the last orbital. So now we can find out any element given. If it is given to us, we can find out in which block it will lie, in which period it will lie, what will be the specific position, what will be the group. Now if we find a new element, if any new element is found, then nomenclature of elements above 100. Generally elements are named after either after the name of scientist, or some are after the name of planets of a specific place, some are taken from the Latin name, right? But for after 100, if element atomic number is more than 100, then what we go, we simply use a IUPAC notification, that is, for 0 I will write nil, for 1 I will write un, for 2 I will write do or by, for 3 try, for 4 quad, for 5 pent, for 6 hex, for 7 hept or sept, for 8 oct, for 9 non, and for 10 though we don't use. Okay, so these are just what they have given from 0 to 9. They have given a specific abbreviated form name. So if I have to write here, only I am writing, if I have to write 104, what I will write? For 1, what I have to write? Un. For 0 it's nil, for 4 it is quad, so its name will be un nil quadium. Okay, if it is 112, then what will be? Un bium or doium. Okay, so these are the IUPAC method for nomenclature of element. So first we understood कि if we find a new element, where it will be placed, how can we predict a little bit about the property, and if we have to give a name, so how can we name it? Okay, so till now periodic table that we have understood is just the mapping, imaging of electronic configuration, that is all the property depending upon the last valence electron, electronic configuration deciding position of any element, deciding property of any element, and what we have come up to right now, that for any element, if we have to define the chemical property, if we have to understand the chemical property, what we need to study? We need to study the valence electron, right? Now, in the beginning, we had studied that first period has 2, second period has 8, third one should have 18, because it is going as per number of electron in a certain orbit. But third period is also 8 only. Right now, how can we justify it? Why? Understand this. When we start filling the electron in first orbit, what we fill? 1s2. After filling first orbit, we go to second orbit, that is 2s2, 2p6. Then we are going to third. What we fill? 3s2, 3p6, but we don't fill 3d here. What we fill after that? 4s. Just after filling 3s and 3p, we will go to 4s. That means that will be the start of the fourth period. And 4s will come here. After filling that electron, we go to 3 again, and then we fill 3d. So third orbit will also have 8 electrons only. Why? Because the next 10 electrons that were to be filled will be filled after fourth, and that will be a part of our fourth period. That's why third will have only 8. Now when we look for the fourth, it will be 4s2, 3d10, 4p6. Again, 4d is not filled over here. 4d will be filled in the fifth period. After what? After 5s. 5s, then what we fill? 4d, then 5p. Again, 5d is not filled here, it will go down. 4f is not filled, it will go down. Okay, so the number of element in our respective period is nothing but the number of electron going into that orbit, into the outermost orbit. For this, we have two rules that will make us easier to understand, that we can have maximum 8 electron in the outermost orbit or in the ultimate cell. And we can have maximum 18 electron in the penultimate cell. Okay, so when we start filling, now understand it. Now if I have, let's say, first orbit, how many electron can I fill? Maximum electron that can be filled is 2n square. So we can fill 2 electrons. I fill 2 electrons over here. Okay. Then for the second orbit, when I started filling, how many electrons can I fill? 2n square, that means 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now when we go to the next one, let's go to the next one. Third orbit. Now I am going to the third orbit. How many electrons can I fill? I can fill 18. So I started filling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But as per the rule, outermost orbit can't have more than 8 electrons. So we have filled 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. We can't go beyond that. What we will do? We will fill 2 electrons in the next orbit. That was our 4s. We had filled 2 electrons in the next orbit. That is 4s. Now this is not the ultimate cell. In the ultimate cell, in the outermost cell, I can have 8 electrons, but in the penultimate, I can have 18. So after filling 2 electrons over here, then again 10 electrons will be filled over here. Okay, that's why first orbit will have 2 elements, second orbit will have 8, third will have 8 only, because 10 from there will be filled after fourth one. So this was all about the periodic table in our part right now. Till now what we have studied, how classification of element started, what is started with Dobrenier triad. Not a logical approach. Then Newland octaves. Not a logical approach. First approach was made by Mendeleev's, based upon mass number, introduced groups and period, introduced a proper method of arrangement of the periodic table. Had a lot of merit, lot of demerits, but ultimate demerit was that in modular experiment we found property is depending upon atomic number, on number of electron, not on the mass number, and that was the downfall of Mendeleev. Then came moduli, and modulus periodic table is the long form periodic table. It was divided into groups, periods, blocks, right? So we studied about blocks, we studied about periods, we studied about groups, how many groups are there, how many blocks are there, how many periods are there, in which group how many elements are there, and ultimately we came up to know that all this is nothing but a image of that, a mapping of electronic configuration. Electronic configuration will tell us the position, properties of any element. We can also find a new element, we can predict the property, we can give the name to that element. So that is the part for periodic table till now. And now in the next class onward, we are going to discuss 2 more DPPs, that is 6 and 7. DPP 6, DPP 7 will be part of our homework. If time suggests, then we will go few questions of DPP 8 also. Okay, all of them are the part of periodic table. So for today we will sum up over here. We will have a small break. So 10 minutes break will be there. So bye everyone. Let's meet in the next class with the questions of periodic table.
Good morning to all of you. Let us continue from where I had stopped yesterday. I was talking about freely falling body. A body is freely falling. Let us suppose that the height from which it is falling is capital H. The time of descent, I had taken capital T. Let us recap a bit. I told you that in time T by 2, it will cover H by 4, and next T by 2, it will cover 3H by 4. Right, no? Now, next, this is case 1. Now, you are taking H by 2 and H by 2. If time of descent is capital T, then first H by 2, it will take time T by root 2, and next H by 2, it will take time T minus T by root 2. Clear? Third, you know H equal to half, because U is already 0 and A is plus G. The H equal to UT plus half GTA squared. So you will have half G T squared. G is constant, 2 is constant. You will have H proportional to T squared. It means that the ratio of distances traveled by a freely falling body in 1, 2, 3 dash dash second will be how much? 1 is to 4 is to 9 is to 16 is to dash dash dash. A freely falling body, what will be the ratio of distances traveled in 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds? 1 is to 4 is to 9 is to 16. Very simple, no? It means that H1 is to H2 is to H3 is to H4. This will be this ratio. It appeared to be very simple. 1 is to 4 is to 9 is to 16. But its application is, okay, if you take very, very important problems you can solve. A small problem I have at home. In my washroom, whatever water tap is there, a bit washer is loose. Actually, I need a plumber. Okay, I will make it tightened. Nothing happens. Only from that, drop by drop, water is falling. I have kept a bucket in that. In 3-4 hours, half bucket would be filled. So suppose you have a water tap. I'm giving you a water tap and any height you can take. Let us take at a height of 64 centimeter. At a regular interval, water drop is falling. When first drop is touching the ground, from here, fifth drop comes out. Okay, no? When first drop will be touching the ground, fifth drop is coming out. It means that second drop, third drop, and fourth drop, it will be in between first and fifth drop. So somewhere it will be second drop, third drop, and fourth drop. Okay, no? Now, you consider, okay, because they are telling you at regular interval it is coming out. So if from fifth drop this one is time t, it will be 2t, it will be 3t, this will be 4t. If they will say you n drop, when first drop is coming out, nth drop comes out. Then in that case this 4t, 5 drops may 4, n drop means n minus 1t. Now you have told h is proportional to t square. Yes. So if I take this distance as x, then this will be 4x, this will be 9x, and this will be 16x. Okay? This will be 4x from here 9x, from here 16x. Right? It means that your 16x will be 64 centimeter, x will be equal to 4 centimeter. If they will ask you, what is the separation between second drop and fourth drop? That this is your second drop and this is your fourth drop. 9x minus x, distance will be 8x, will be equal to 8 into 4, it will be 32 centimeter. Check the answer. The shortest technique to solve this problem, it is based on a very, very simple concept, and that concept is h proportional to t squared. 1:4:9:16. Raindrop problem, water drop problem from a water tap, all you can solve based on this. Whether directly they are asking also this, what is the ratio of distances traveled by freely falling body in 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds? Okay, no? Once again you check. In this problem, I can also say like that. When first drop touches the ground, 9th drop comes out. Okay, no? Let us create a new problem. This one to ask question, a famous question. I am taking first drop when it touches the ground, 9th drop is coming out, height of water tap, you take 64 centimeter only. Okay, no? Then what will happen? I am taking here, this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and 9th drop is coming out from water tap. Okay, no? They can ask, what is the separation between second drop, 7th drop, third drop, 5th drop? Any separation they can ask in between any two droplets. Now what will happen here? Same way, because water drops are coming at a regular interval, so if it is t, you will be considering from back you are taking, no? 2t, 3t, 4t, 5t, 6t, 7t, 8t. If this distance you are taking x from here, then it will be 4x, 9x, 16x, 25x, 36x, 49x, 64x. Am I right? So your 64x will be equal to 64 centimeter, x will be 1 centimeter. Now, separation between any two drop you take. Let us take second drop and 7th drop. Second drop is 49x and 7th drop is 4x. Subtract 45x, this will become 45 centimeter. Two examples, two problems I have given you on this model, h proportional to t squared. Tell me, did you understand? If you understood this, now let us move to next. You know that distance traveled in nth second is u plus a by 2 to n minus 1. Okay, no? For a freely falling body, what happens? For a freely falling body, u is 0, a is g by 2 to n minus 1. So, if I take time of descent, let us take t, then h tth will be proportional to 2t minus 1. Is it clear to you? It means that the ratio of distances traveled by a freely falling body in first second, there you have taken 1 second, 2 second, 3 second and so on. Now I am taking first second, second second, third second and so on. It is 2t minus 1. 2 into 1 minus 1 is 1. 2 into 2 minus 1 is 3. 2 into 3 minus 1 is 5. What will be ratio? 1 is to 3 is to 5 is to 7 is to so on. Okay, now? Now, on this, what problems we can create? Suppose I have a freely falling body. In the last second of its motion, it is covering 9 by 25th of the height from which it is being dropped. Okay, no? And they are asking you, yeah, time of descent, the height from which it is falling, anything they can ask you. 9 by 25th, you can take 7 by 16th. You can take 1 by 2. I am taking 3. 9 by 25th. I am taking 9 by 25, 7 by 16, 1 by 2. Again, listen the question carefully. A freely falling body, in the last second of its free fall, covers 9 by 25th of the height from which it is being dropped. Find its time of descent. Find the height from which it is being dropped. Or a freely falling body, in the last second of its descent, it has covered 7 by 16th of the height from which it is being dropped. And same question is there. So, I am taking this figure, this height is h, and this is ground. In the last second, it has covered 9 by 25. Let us take this ratio m by n. Okay, no? So, m by n h. Okay, no? From here, g by 2, 2t minus 1. Is it clear to you? This m by n is any ratio. 9 by 25, 7 by 16, 1 by 2, any ratio you take. Now, m by n h. What is capital H? The height from which it is being dropped. If time of descent is t, then h equal to ut plus half gta squared. U is 0, so h will be half gta squared. So it will become m by n half g t squared g by 2 2t minus 1. G and 2 cancelled. What you are getting? 2t minus 1 by t squared. This is m by n. Try to understand. Now, you want time of descent. It is m by n. If I take it as 9 by 25, the first question, your t directly you are getting 5 seconds. And if they are asking you from what height it is being dropped, then you have half g t squared. Half g, you can take 4.9 or 5. If you are taking 9.8 meter per second squared, then it will be 4.9. 10 if you will take, it will be 5. So t squared will be directly 25. 25 into 5, 125 meter. Straight answer. Just within 1 minute you are going to get the answer. You see how answer you are getting. 9 by 25 they have told. Root of 25 is 5. 5 seconds is time of descent. 25 multiplied by 5, 125 meter is the height from which body is dropped. Same way, it is 7 by 16. A freely falling body in the last second of its free fall covers 7 by 16th of the height from which it is being dropped. Of 16, take the root. Answer, time of descent 4 seconds. 16 multiplied by 5, 80 meter. From 80 meter body is dropped. Simple technique na? Check. Your technique is here. 2t minus 1 by t squared m by n. Understanding now? But if I take 1 by 2, a freely falling body in the last second of its free fall covered half of the height from which it is being dropped, will this technique will work? Answer is, it will not work. Then why for those two, 9 by 25 and 7 by 16, it has worked? It has worked because, sir, it was satisfying numerator as well as denominator. If I take 5, then it is 25, and here 10 minus 1, 9. If I take 4, 16, 8 minus 1, 7. But if I take t squared, then it will be, t will be root 2. It will be 2 root 2 minus 1. But here it is 1. Right? So denominator okay, numerator is not equal. In these two, numerators are equal. Whatever data they have given, it is satisfying. But here, numerator is not same. So what to do if they say a freely falling body covers half of the displacement or half of the height from which it is being dropped in the last second of its free fall? Nothing. Continue from here. If you continue from here, cross multiply. What you are getting? You are getting mt squared equal to 2nt minus n. Just cross I have multiplied. mt squared 2nt minus n. This is mt squared minus 2nt plus n equal to 0. So this is beta ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. X equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. So here t will be minus b, means 2n, plus minus we should take, minus will make time negative, so let us take plus b square. So this will become 4n square minus 4ac. 4a is m, c is n, by 2a. So it will become 2m. Is it clear? If you understood this, then how much you are getting? In this 2n plus, from here 4n square you take out. So 1 minus 4n square you have taken out. So here it is m by n. And this divided by 2m. Now from here you can take out 2n. If you are taking out 2n, what you are getting? T equal to 2n taken out, you are getting here plus 2n under root 1 minus m by n by 2m. This will be equal to 2n taken out, 1 plus under root 1 minus m by n by 2m. To remove, you are getting 1 plus under root 1 minus m by n. This n bring down m by n. This is your time, and it is a standard formula you can apply for any problem which will be of this model. For example, I will check. Here we know that time is 5 seconds. 9 by 25. It is 1 plus under root 1 minus 9 by 25 by 9 by 25. It will become 4 by 5. 1 plus 4 by 5 is 9 by 5. So this will become 9 by 5 by 9 by 25. This will become equal to 5 seconds. Check. Understanding me? Is it clear to you? This is the most standard formula you can apply for solving any problem. This is your T. If a, again I say you, if a freely falling body in last second of its free fall covers m by nth of the height from which it is being dropped. M by nth of the height from which it is being dropped, and they are asking from you, find time of descent. Okay? Or they are asking you from what height body is dropped. The standard formula will be 1 plus under root 1 minus m by n divided by m by n. And once you got t, to find the height from which it is being dropped, you will be using h equal to half g t squared. Roughly you take whatever t squared you are getting, multiply by 5, or correct value multiply by 4.9, you will be getting the answer. For example, if I take 1 by 2, here what will be the answer? You check for 1 by 2. Then t will be equal to 1 plus under root 1 minus 1 by 2 by 1 by 2. Am I right? So you are getting 1 plus 1 by root 2 by 1 by 2. This one you are taking up. This will become 2 plus root 2. 2 plus root 2 second will become, okay, no, total time of descent. And if you multiply it by 4.9, you will be getting from whatever height body is falling. Tell me, this concept is clear to you? If you understood this, then let us move to next concept. Any body which is freely falling, a body is freely falling, then in first second, how much distance it will cover? It will cover half g, 1 square. Half g, so it will be g by 2. In second, nothing. G by 2 plus g. Just add g. How? You check in 2 seconds, it is half g 2 square is 4. In that g by 2 subtract, you are getting 3g by 2. Next second, it will become g by 2 plus g. This again 1 extra g. You can easily get it. How? This one is third second. This is first. Yet 2 second. This one is 3 second. 3 second how much? Half g into 9. Now, you will be taking third second. So 3 second minus 2 second is 3g by 2. Okay, no? How much you are getting? You have here 3g by 2, here it is 9g by 2. Okay, no? So whatever distance it is traveling, in that you are just going on adding g. So if a particle travels in nth second a distance h tth, then in the next second it will be covering h tth plus g. Very interesting thing is, because it is symmetrical, go for this first second. If from top, when you are dropping in first second, it is covering distance 4.9 meter or 5 meter. If a body will be projected vertically up with whatever velocity, 10 meter per second, 20 meter per second, 100 meter per second. In last second, the distance travel will be same. It will be g by 2 numerically. Okay? I have two bodies. One I am projecting with velocity 20 meter per second, and other I am projecting with velocity 40 meter per second. In the last second of ascent, how much distance body will travel? If you want to take a ratio, it will be 1:1. It does not depend upon the velocity with which you have projected body in vertically upward direction. Clear to you? It will not depend upon the mass. It will not depend upon initial velocity. Clear to you? Now, suppose this one is body freely falling. Fundamental formulas all are clear to you. Now, I am projecting a body vertically up. I am projecting a body vertically up with velocity u. It is reaching to maximum height, I am taking h. And time of ascent, I am taking ta. I want to find out time of ascent. Right? At topmost point, its velocity will be 0. Now, your formula is v equal to u minus gt ascent. The v0, u minus gta. So time of ascent will become u by g. If a body is projected from ground with velocity u in vertically upward direction, then to reach to its maximum height, how much time it will take? It will take u by g. Clear to you? And time of descent, already you know, this will be also u by g. So time of ascent, air resistance is completely neglected. We have not considered air resistance any constant in motion. Air is not flowing, blowing. G is constant. You know that G depends upon various factors. Altitude effect with height value of G is changing. Okay, no? So whatever height we are taking, for that G should remain constant. If G is constant, air resistance completely neglected, then time of ascent will be equal to time of descent. It will be u by g. The total time of flight, add these two, it will become 2u by g. How much it will be? 2u by g. Now, I want maximum height. Okay, no? V is 0. At topmost point, your velocity is a null vector. Its magnitude is 0 and it will not have any specified direction. So Va squared equal to Ua squared minus 2gh. This formula you are using. At topmost point, this is 0. Ua squared minus 2g, h will become now maximum height. Now maximum height h, this will become ua squared by 2g. Check this formulae. Maximum height attained by body which is projected in vertically upward direction, this will be equal to ua squared by 2g. Now, I want to correlate maximum height and total time of flight. So, from here, u equal to gt by 2. Substitute this value here, h will be equal to g square t square by 4 into 2g, 1g is cancelled, you are getting h equal to gt square by 8. Check this. You got a new formula, h equal to gt square by 8, where t is time of flight, h maximum height attained by the body. So you have fundamental formulas for a body which is projected in vertically upward direction, t time of flight, 2u by g, h u square by 2g, h gt square by 8. Tell me, are you understanding clearly? If still you will have any doubt, you can ask me. If you will say to repeat, I can repeat for you. My main target is my children should understand clearly, not only that, they should use this for solving the problem. They should know how to apply it for solving the problem. Just after this only, I will be taking classwork as well as your homework. The first you tell, understood? No. If you understood this, then we will take body projected from the top of a tower. I have a tower, I'm taking here a tower of height h, and I project a body up with velocity u. Clear? Now, this will go like this and it will fall down here. I want what is total time of flight. The easiest technique I say you. Don't take, here it will have three parts. From here till here time, then from here till here time, and then from here till here time, three different times will be involved. It will take more time. So what you do, you are projecting body from the top of a tower in vertically upward direction. Na? Same thing, you can say that you have not projected body in vertically upward direction, but you have projected body in vertically downward direction with velocity minus u. Don't say plus u, you should take minus u. A balloon is ascending up at a certain height, a stone is dropped. That problem and this problem both are same. Here, from the top of the tower, you are projecting body in vertically upward direction. Right now, there, balloon is ascending up with velocity u, and you have moved your hand out and you have simply dropped a body. The stone is in your hand, you are inside balloon. So whatever velocity balloon would have at that instant, that will be your velocity as well as velocity of a stone. It means initial velocity of a stone is velocity of balloon. The balloon problem, this problem, both are completely identical. Clear to you? Now, how to solve? Simple, you think that you have not projected body in vertically upward direction with velocity plus u. You have projected body in downward direction with velocity minus u. Then what will happen? H will be equal to minus ut plus half gt squared. Simple concept. H minus ut plus half gt squared. Now, it is a quadratic equation. Half gt squared minus ut minus h equal to 0. This is a, this is x squared minus bx. So plus bx plus c equal to 0. X will be minus b. The t will be minus b, means plus u. Plus minus, time will not be negative, minus sign usually we don't take. b squared, so u squared minus minus plus 4ac by 2a, 2 half g. 2 is cancelled. How much you are getting? T equal to u plus minus under root u squared plus 2gh by g. Is it clear to you? Yeah? And here you have projected up with u, here also when it returned with u. If it is touching with velocity v, then what will be v? Minus sign I told, time will not be negative, you will not be taking. Usually you take plus. So v squared will be u squared plus 2gh. The v will be equal to under root u squared plus 2gh. From the top of tower, you have taken a body, a stone, a ball. You have projected it in vertically upward direction with velocity u, and it is touching ground with velocity v, and you are getting v equal to under root u squared plus 2gh. Substitute this value here, you are getting time of flight u plus v by G. Check a new formula you are getting. You have all these which I am encircling. These are the formulae. Suppose from the top of a building, I am projecting a stone with velocity 10 meter per second in vertically upward direction, and it is touching ground with velocity 30 meter per second, and you want to find time of flight. Simple, one line. 10 plus 30 by 10. 40 by 10. 4 second. Answer. You have projected body here with velocity u is given 10 meter per second, and v they are giving you 30 meter per second. How much time it will be? Simply 4 seconds. These things in CBC book not there, but these are basic fundamentals I am teaching you, because in CBC book also many problems will be there. These concepts will help you in solving those problems in shorter duration of time. Tell me, did you understand this clearly? Yes or no? Yes. Now, if I take, a body, I have projected, this is tower, I am projecting a body up with velocity u. It has taken time up to reach to ground, it has taken time t1. Think, I am giving you one problem. Long ago in IIT, this problem had come. From the top of a tower, a body is projected with certain velocity in upward direction, and it has taken time t1 second to reach to ground. Now with same speed, I am projecting a body downward with velocity u. Means speed equal, and certainly it will take less time. Let us suppose it has taken time t2 second to reach to ground. Understood? Again, may I repeat? I have a body projected from the top of the tower in vertically upward direction with velocity u, and it has taken time t1 second to reach to ground. From same top of the tower with same speed u, magnitude equal but direction reversed, downward with same speed u, I am projecting a body. It has taken time t2 second to reach to ground, and now they are asking from you how much time a body will take from same top of the tower if simply that body is being dropped. If you are dropping the body, how much time it will take? You will be telling, sir, a body which is freely falling, if height you are taking capital H, then it will be under root 2h by j, h equal to half gta square. So t will be under root 2h by j. The first, take t1. I have discussed this here because it is in front of you. This is the time t1. For this time is t1. If I take t2, for t2, h will be equal to u t2 plus half g t2 squared. You are projecting downward, no? The u is positive now. The u t2 plus half g t2 squared, again quadratic equation, half g t2 squared plus u t2 minus h0. T2 will be how much? Minus b plus minus you are not taking BA squared minus 4AC, 4 half GH means 2GH by 2A means G. Clear to you? So this is the time when body you have projected vertically up means it is T1 and this is T2. Understanding? Now what you do, multiply T1 to T2. Check beta. This is A plus B and this is, if you'll be taking here, you have 4AC, this is plus, minus 4AC and minus H is there, so plus. So now this is A minus B, A squared minus B squared, no. If you'll be taking this, how much you are getting? A squared minus B squared by G into G is G squared. So you are getting T1, T2 equal to 2H by G. 2GH, actually it is better, 2GH by G squared. 1 G is cancelled, 2H by G. Understanding now? Now, if simply from the top of tower, you are dropping a body in vertically downward direction, how much time it will take? It will be H half G T squared. So T will be under root 2H by G. If you are taking T squared, this is 2H by G. Check here these two. What you are getting? T will be under root T1, T2. Simple technique for solving the problem. Yeah? For example, I am taking a problem. From the top of a tower, a ball is projected in vertically upward direction with certain velocity. It has taken 9 seconds to reach to ground. Now, from same top of tower, you have taken one ball and you are projecting downward with same speed. It has taken 4 seconds to reach to ground. How much time body will take to reach to ground if it will be freely falling from same top of the tower? Answer, no need to solve. Under root 9 into 4, root of 36, it will take just 6 seconds. Are you following? Again, recheck. Okay, no? What I have done. And same technique you are applying for balloon problem also. From a rising balloon, if you drop a body, same formula. Okay, no? The difference is here, top of tower is fixed and you are projecting body vertically up. Their balloon is rising up. At a particular instant, balloon will have velocity u. That is the velocity of the body which you are dropping. Same u, same h. Try to understand again. If from the top of tower, when you are projecting body vertically up, how much time it is taking? U plus under root u squared plus 2gh by g. From same top of tower with same speed when you are projecting body downward, it is taking time minus u plus under root u squared plus 2gh by g. When you are dropping a body from same top of tower free fall, it will take time under root 2h by g, which is nothing but under root t1 t2. And for that, I have taken a problem also. I told you 9 second and 4 second time of free fall is 6 seconds. Tell me, freely falling body and body which is projected in vertically upward direction, both cases, did you understand? Okay? I can take both cases together also tomorrow. A body is projected downward, another body is projected vertically upward. Where will they collide? That case I will discuss tomorrow. At this time, let us go for class work for 6th day. Class work. A particle is projected upward. Now I am on class work. A particle is projected upward with a velocity of 10 meters per second. Its acceleration at the highest point of trajectory will be within gravitational field of Earth. Acceleration due to gravity will be there. And if you are neglecting altitude effect, g value will remain constant. G will be the acceleration with which Earth is attracting any body towards its center. G fixed acceleration due to gravity. Body may be anywhere. It will always be acting downward. And if you consider A resistance neglected, altitude effect you are not considering, G value will remain constant. So for this particular question, no need to think. Acceleration at any point, not only at the highest point of trajectory. Every point, G will be acting vertically in downward direction. So here, they have given you answer 0, G upward, G downward, data insufficient. Your answer will be, G will be always acting in downward direction. Downward means towards Earth. Let us move to next question. If a body is thrown up with a velocity of 15 meters per second, then find the maximum height attained by this. So you have a body, you are projecting up with velocity u, 15 meters per second. They are asking you maximum height. Just now I have given you formula, u square by 2g. Suppose you are forgetting, no problem. Fundamental equations of motion you know, na? V equal to u plus at, s equal to ut plus half at square, v square equal to u square plus 2as. Use that. Here it is u. At maximum height v equal to 0, v square equal to u square minus 2gh 0, u square minus 2gh, h equal to u square by 2g. Is it clear to you? Now u, it is 15 into 15. 2. For simplification, let us take G10. I am taking G10. 5, 2 times 5, 3 times 45 by 4. So it will become 22.5 by 2, 11.25 meter. It means that if I am taking G equal to 10 meter per second square, clear to you? And you are projecting body up with velocity 15 meter per second, A resistance neglected, G constant, then maximum height attained by the body will be 11.25 0.25 meter. From basic fundamental first principle, I have solved this. I hope my every child is understanding. Let us move to next question. A ball is projected vertically upward with a speed of 50 meter per second. From here, you are projecting body up with velocity 50 meter per second. Find the time to reach maximum height. So this is maximum height. Here v equal to 0. At maximum height point, your velocity becomes 0. It will become a null vector. Again, fundamental equation. V equal to u plus at. Time they are asking you, na? The first equation you take. V equal to u plus at. 0 u 50 minus g into time of ascent. Time of ascent equal to 50 by j. If you take 10, see, one thing is there. In problems, in IT or anywhere, if they don't say g equal to 10 meter per second square, you are supposed to take g as 9.8 meter per second square. Here, for simplification, I am taking 10. Your answer will be 5 seconds. Easy problem, na? I hope all of you are understanding clearly. You check the board. Now, let us move to next problem now. A stone is dropped from a height of 20 meter. I have a stone and I'm dropping from a height of 20 meter. This is your h. Find the speed with which it will strike the ground. G here, they have given you 10. The here, stone is dropped, u is 0. They are asking the speed with which it strikes the ground. The here, suppose it is striking with velocity v. See, in the problem, they have given you h. So what you will be doing, v square equal to u square plus 2gh. v square, this is 0 na. 2, 10, 20. The v will become under root 20 into 20. This will be equal to 20 meter per second. Simple equation of motion you have used, and directly you are getting answer. Now, let us move to next problem. Now it is homework. A stone falls from a balloon that is descending at a uniform rate. Actually, that is initial velocity. When you say rate, it means time rate you are talking. So here you have u 12 meter per second. The displacement of the stone from the point of release after 10 seconds, t they have given you 10 seconds. Now, they are asking you displacement. So, it is descending, means it is positive. It is coming down. Okay, no? So, s will be equal to ut plus half gt squared. It is 12. T is 10. Clear to you? Plus half. They have not given me g value. 9.8. T squared 100. How much you are getting? 120 plus 4.9 into 100. 120 plus 4, 90. All this in meter, all in meter, you are getting 6, 10 meter. Answer. Simple answer, 610 meter. If you'll take G 10, then the answer will be 620 meter. Clear to you? I told if G value they are not giving you, you should take 9.8, but a bit calculation will take time. Now, let us move to next problem. Two bodies of different masses are dropped from two different height. One you have dropped from height A, second you have dropped from height B. This is ground. The ratio of time taken by the two to cover these distances, I told you, in kinematics, mass will not play any role. Force will not play any role. Force, mass, we consider in dynamics in Newton's laws of motion. So here, they are telling you that one body you have dropped from height A, other body you have dropped from height B, and they are asking you ratio of time taken. So time taken, it means half G TA squared is A. Second will be half G TB squared is B. Just take the ratio. Half G cancel, TA by TB under root A by B. So TA is to TB under root A is to root B, and this is your answer. Let us move now to next problem. You have a body falls freely from rest. So, if a body is freely falling, U is 0. It covers as much distance in the last second of its motion as covered in first 3 seconds. Body had fallen for a time of. Two part it has. It covers certain distance in the last second. Okay, no? In the last second, how much distance it will be covering? HTth will be taking, it will be G by 2, 2t minus 1. So first, how much distance it covers in last second? If total time of descent I take t, then HTth will be G by 2, 2t minus 1. And they say you, second part, distance covered in first 3 seconds. Distance covered in 3 seconds, half G 3s squared is 9. They say you, distance traveled in 3 seconds is equal to distance traveled in tth second. So you will have half G 9, G by 2, 2t minus 1, G cancel, 2 cancel, 9, 2t minus 1. So you are getting 2t equal to 10, t will be equal to 5 second answer. Let us move now to next problem. An iron ball and a wooden ball of same radius are released from same height in vacuum. Vacuum means a resistance you are neglecting. Okay, no? They take the same time to reach the ground. The reason for this is famous Galileo's experiment. Okay, no? Feather and ball he has dropped. Here, acceleration due to gravity in vacuum is the same irrespective of the size and mass of the body. Correct statement. Acceleration due to gravity in a vacuum depends upon the mass of the body. Completely wrong. There is no acceleration due to gravity in vacuum. That's also wrong. In a vacuum, there is resistance offered to the motion of the body. In vacuum, where there would be resistance? Okay, no? In the beginning, I told in kinematics, we don't consider mass. So maybe iron ball, wooden ball, silver ball, gold ball, any ball you take, if from same height, even the radius will not play the role if a resistance you have neglected. Both will take same time if you are dropping from same height, because G remains constant, same for both. So here your answer is acceleration due to gravity in vacuum is the same irrespective of the size and mass of the body. Answer will be number 4. Clear to you? Next question. A ball P is dropped vertically. Another ball Q is thrown horizontally with the same velocity from same height. I have taken height h. A ball P is dropped vertically down. So one ball P you have simply dropped, U is 0. And another ball Q is thrown horizontally. Another ball Q is thrown horizontally with same velocity, okay, from the same height at the same time. It is dropped vertically. And another is thrown horizontally with some, it will not be same, with some velocity from the same height. If A resistance is neglected, check. First body, you have P, ball P, you have simply dropped. In vertical downward direction, it has initial velocity 0. You take ball Q. Q, it has velocity, but in horizontal direction. Suppose you are projecting with velocity U. But what will be its velocity in downward direction? In downward direction, also its velocity will be 0. You know, only human beings will interfere in others' affairs. Nature will never interfere. Okay, no? In vertical direction, in vertically downward direction, P and Q, both balls have initial velocity 0. Both are moving from same vertical height h. How much time it will take to reach to ground? H equal to half GT square. T under root 2h by g. So you take ball P or you take ball Q. Undoubtedly, Q, if you take ball Q, it will have horizontal range. There will be a horizontal range. They will not touch the ground at the same place. Ball P will be touching ground here, vertically downward. This will hit the ground at a certain horizontal distance from that point, but time taken will be equal. Both will take time. Half g t squared. T will be equal to under root 2h by g. You take ball P or you take ball Q. So check the answer. Both reach the ground at the same time. I hope you are understanding clearly. Let us move now to next question. An object is projected upward with a velocity of 100 meters per second. So you have an object, you are projecting up with velocity 100 meters per second. It will strike the ground after. Approximately they say you, it means they want to say you G10. You are projecting body up, time of ascent U by G. Time of descent U by G. Total time of flight U by G plus U by G. 2u by g. 2 into 100 by 10. 20 seconds. So your total time of flight 2u by g, you have 2 into 100 by 10. You will have 20 second answer here. Now let us move to next problem. I am now, a body is released from the top of a tower of height h. I am taking a tower of height h. It takes t second to reach the ground. Time of descent is t second. Where will be the ball after t by 2 seconds? In the beginning of class today, even yesterday, I have told you t by 2, h by 4. Next t by 2, 3h by 4. You will tell, again we want to derive. Simple. Your h, here whatever symbol they have given, we will use half g t squared. H dash, half g t dash squared. T dash they have given you t by 2 squared, t squared by 4. Half g t squared is h by 4. At h by 4 from the top, from the ground, it will be at a distance 3h by 4. T by 2 from top, h by 4. From bottom, it will be 3h by 4. So, at 3h by 4 from the ground, is it clear to you? Now, let us move to next question. A particle is projected up. Now, it is FPS system. You should remember, in FPS system, foot, pound, second, British system it is. The value of acceleration due to gravity is 32 feet per second square. In SI, you are taking 9.8 meter per second square or 10 meter per second square. In CGS system, you are taking 1000 meter per second square or 980 centimeter per second square. The particle is projected up with initial velocity 80 feet per second. The ball will be at a height of 96 feet. So this height they have given you 96 feet from the ground after time. So you will have h equal to ut minus half g t squared, 96, 80t minus half. Just now I told you, in FPS system, g value is 32 feet per second square, 32 t squared, 16, 2, this is 16, 16 5 times, 16 6 times, 6 equal to 5t minus t squared, t squared minus 5t plus 6 equal to 0. T squared minus 3t minus 2t plus 6 equal to 0. T minus 3 minus 2t minus 3 equal to 0. What you are getting now? T minus 3, t minus 2 equal to 0. T will be either, okay, no, 2 seconds or 3 seconds, both is possible. While going up, it will take 2 seconds and return 3 seconds. Means at 2 seconds and 3 seconds, both time, it will be at a height of 96 feet. While going up, it has taken time 2 seconds. And from here again it will come back here. It will take time 3 seconds. Answer 2 and 3 seconds. Answer is A. Now, let us move to next problem. A body falls from rest. A body is freely falling from rest, u equal to 0. Its velocity at the end of first second, I have told you at the end of first second, v equal to gt. Okay, no? They are asking you, body is falling from rest, u is 0. Its velocity at the end of first second, you will be using v equal to u plus gt. v equal to 0 plus 32 into 1. v equal to 32 feet per second. Answer this. And distance traveled will be 16 feet. Right? Clear to you? Now, let us move now to last question for this. A particle is dropped from some height. A particle is dropped from some height. Find the distance traveled by the particle in the 5th second of its motion. I have taught you h tth u plus a by 2 g by 2 2t minus 1. It is dropped, means u is 0. So 0 plus g by 2, I will take 10 by 2, 2, 5th, 5 minus 1. This is 5 into 9, answer 45 meter if you are taking G10. Whether you will be taking 4.9, then 4.9 into 9 you will have to take. Clear to you? Understood? So, with this, it is completed. Right now. Further, I will continue tomorrow. For today, now, 5 or 10 minute break you would have. After this break, you will have math class. Okay? Now, have a nice day. Thank you to all of you.
Good morning, students. So yesterday we have discussed questions relation between the roots, and today we'll be doing questions based on it. All right. So I've given you, I think, homework from page number 63 and 64. So we'll discuss that. Right, this is the first question. I hope all of you have done the question. If alpha and beta are the roots of x square minus 5x plus 3 equal to 0, then alpha plus beta and alpha beta are respectively what, right? So they are basically asking you what? Sum of the roots. They are asking you sum of the roots and product of the roots, correct? So what will be the sum of the roots? It is minus of b by a, right? And product of the roots is what? C by a, right? Here, what is a? What is a? A is 1, b is minus 5, and c is 3, right? A is 1, b is minus 5, and c is 3. So if I plug in this value, what I will get? Minus of minus 5 by 1, and which is 5, right? And alpha beta will be equal to 3 by 1, which will be equal to 3, right? So what is the answer? 5 comma 3, correct? The answer is what? C. I hope all of you have got the answer for this one, correct? Let's do the next one. The product of x plus a into x plus b is equal to what? We just need to multiply this, correct? So if I multiply this, what will I get? I will get x square plus bx plus ax plus ab, right? From here, I can take a plus b common. So I'll get x square plus a plus b into x plus ab, right? So which is the option which is matching this one? I think first option, right? X square plus a plus bx plus ab, correct? So the first option is matching in this. Next, if p and q are the roots of this equation, then p equal to 1. What is it? Okay, all right, right? So this one way of doing the question is what? That if it is a root, I can say p plus q, right? P plus q should be equal to minus p, right? Sum of the roots will be equal to what? Minus b by a, and product of the roots, which is p into q, right? P into q will be equal to what? Q, correct? From here, if I cancel this, right? From here, if I cancel this, I'll be getting p is equal to 1. Just one answer, p is equal to 1. But remember, we can only cancel these roots, right? We can only cancel this root when q does not equal to 0, right? When q does not equal to 0. If q is equal to 0, right? When q is equal to 0, then irrespective of the value of p, both sides is going to become 0, right? Because pq is equal to q, right? And we are saying that q is equal to 0. If q is 0, this side is also 0, this side is also 0, correct? So it doesn't depend on p, right? So one value is p is equal to 1 when q does not equal to 0. And when q equal to 0, I will substitute it here. So I'll get q is equal to minus 2p. So p will be equal to 0, right? So one value is p equal to 0, second value is p equal to 1. So the correct answer for this is what? B. Many of the students get only first option, right, which is p equal to 1, because they only consider the case when q does not equal to 0, right? But they have to also consider the case in which q is equal to 0. When you consider the case when q equal to 0, you will also get p is equal to 0, right? So the answer becomes p equal to 1 or 0. All right, let's do the next question. So next one is what? Let alpha beta be the roots of the quadratic equation x minus a, x minus b equal to c. Then the roots of the equation x minus alpha, x minus beta plus c are, right? This is a very interesting question. A lot of students, when I was teaching it's offline, right, in CBC 1, almost all of them had this question as a doubt, right? So I think if you have practiced this, if you have done the homework, this question you guys will also be having the doubt. So let's just do this question, right? So how will I do this? So this equation is given as x minus a, right? The equation, given equation is what? X minus a, x minus b is equal to c, correct? So if I expand this, I'll get x square minus a plus bx plus ab minus c is equal to 0, right? X square minus a plus bx plus ab minus c is equal to 0, right? Now this equation has roots what? Alpha and beta. This equation roots are what? Alpha and beta. So can I say from here that alpha plus beta will be equal to a plus b, right? Because minus b by a. So from minus b by a, I'll get it to be equal to what? A plus b. And product of the roots, that is alpha beta, right? Alpha beta will be giving to be what? AB minus c, right? AB minus c, right? So this is the relation we have got. We have got the result from here. Am I correct? Right. Now we need to find the roots of this equation. All right. We need to find the roots of this equation. So let's expand this equation. So I will get x square minus alpha plus beta x, right? Plus alpha beta plus c is equal to 0, right? X square minus alpha plus beta x plus c equal to 0. Now see, if I send just c this side, so what I'll get? Alpha beta plus c is equal to ab, right? Alpha beta plus c is equal to what? ab. And this value and this value, these two values, I can just substitute in this equation, right? Now let's see what do we get. If I substitute it, I will be getting x square minus a plus bx plus ab is equal to 0, right? So now we are getting an equation, whose sum of the roots is what? A plus b, and product of the root is what? AB. So it means that this equation will have a and b as its roots, right? This equation will have a and b as its root. And this equation we have got from where? From this, right? From the given equation, right? From the equation which was supposed to be answered, right? So the answer for this will be what? A and b. So the answer is C. Okay, I hope this question is clear to everyone, because I think I told you, right, almost all of the students had this question as a doubt. So I guess if you had this out, it is clear now. Right, let's do the next one. If 2 and 3 are the zeros of the polynomial 3x square minus 2kx plus 2m, find the value of k and m. Find the value of k and m. They have given that 2 and 3 are the roots of this equation, correct? So if 2 and 3 are the roots of the equation, I can say let alpha equal to 2 and beta equal to 3, right? I can say that let alpha equal to 2 and beta equal to 3. And the given equation is what? The given equation is 3x square minus 2kx plus 2m. Right, is equal to 0. Its roots are what? Let's say alpha and beta. So can I say from here that alpha plus beta is equal to 2k by 3, right? And alpha beta will be equal to what? 2m by 3, right? Alpha plus beta will be equal to what? 2k by 3, and alpha beta will be equal to what? 2m by 3. And we know what is alpha and what is beta. So I can substitute this value here. So if I substitute, what will I get? 5 is equal to 2k by 3. So I will get k is equal to 15 by 2, right? K is equal to 15 by 2. Almost I think in every option, in option C and option B, both k is equal to 15 by 2, right? Just be careful with the sign. A lot of students does the mistake of sign. And here if I see alpha into beta is 2 into 3 is equal to 2m by 3, right? So 2 cancel, right? So I'll get m is equal to 9, right? M is equal to what? 9. So which option is matching? Option B, right? Out of this, which option will be matching? Option B. All right. I hope this is clear to everyone. This question was pretty simple. It was just straightforward. You have to put the values of alpha and beta and compare the coefficients. Correct? Okay. Next. The quadratic polynomial whose sum of zeros is 3 and product of zeros is 2, right? Sum of zeros is what? 3. Zeros means what? Alpha and beta. So they have given alpha plus beta to be 3, right? And product, which is alpha beta, will be equal to 2, right? So yesterday I told you that any quadratic whose roots are, sum of the roots we know and product of the roots also we know, we can write it with the help of this equation, right? This way. So a we don't know, so we assume it to be 1 because in all of them the coefficient, leading coefficient, x square coefficient is what? 1, right? So it is x square minus, what is sum of the roots? They had directly given it to be how much? 3. And what is product of the roots? They have given directly to be how much? 2. So it is 2 equal to 0. So this is the answer, x square minus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. So which is the option? X square minus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. This is the option, right? They have asked the polynomial, so it means 0 will not be coming. Only x square minus 3x plus 2 will be the answer, which is option C. Correct? Let's move forward. 7th question. If alpha and beta are the zeros of x square minus 4x plus 1, then 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta minus alpha beta is equal to what? Right? If alpha and beta are the roots, so x square minus 4x plus 1, right? Its roots are what? Alpha and beta. Correct? So from here, can I say that alpha plus beta is equal to 4 and alpha beta is equal to 1? Right? Alpha plus beta is equal to 4 and alpha beta is equal to what? 1. All right. Now what value we are supposed to find? We are supposed to find the value of 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta minus alpha beta, right? Which is alpha plus beta upon alpha beta minus alpha beta, right? Alpha plus beta upon alpha beta minus alpha beta. So we have the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. I'll just plug in the value. Let's see what answer do I get. So I'll get 4 upon 1 minus 1, which is 4 minus 1, which is 3, right? 4 minus 1, which is what? 3. All right. So I hope this question is also clear to everyone, right? 7th question. So the answer is what? 3. 3 option is option A. Understood? Okay, next. If alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial 5x square minus 7x plus 2, then the sum of the reciprocals, is, right? This is just very similar to the question in the previous slide, right? In the previous one, if you have seen, they have asked 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta. Only they are asking the value of this time, right? Not the whole thing. So this will also be done in a similar way. What will be alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta will be what? 7 by 5. And alpha beta will be equal to what? 2 by 5. Minus of b by a, and alpha beta will be equal to what? C by a, right? And sum of their reciprocal means they are asking what? 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta, which will be equal to alpha plus beta upon alpha beta, right? Alpha plus beta upon alpha beta. I'll just plug in the value. So I'll have 7 by 5 upon 2 by 5, right? 7 by 5 upon 2 by 5. So 5 and 5 will cancel. I will be having 7 by 2, right? The answer is what? 7 by 2. Again, option A is the answer, right? Okay. I hope this is also clear to everyone. Next. If alpha beta are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, then 1 upon alpha cube plus 1 upon beta cube equal to what? So in this question, I think you will be required to know the formula of a cube plus b cube, right? A cube plus b cube. Before that, if this equation roots are what? Alpha and beta, can I say alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha beta will be equal to what? C by a, correct? Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha beta equal to what? C by a. And what are they asking? They are asking us the value of 1 upon alpha cube plus 1 upon beta cube, which is alpha cube plus beta cube upon alpha cube into beta cube. Correct? Now, what is alpha cube plus beta cube? There was one formula of a cube plus b cube, which was a, like alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta upon alpha beta whole cube, right? Upon alpha beta whole cube. Now we have the value of alpha plus beta and we also have the value of alpha beta. I'll just plug in the value. Let's see what do I get from here. If I plug in the value, I will get minus b cube upon a cube, right? Minus 3c by a into minus b by a upon c cube by a cube, correct? If I take LCM, this minus and minus will become plus, and if I take LCM, I will be getting 3abc minus b cube upon c cube, right? 3abc minus b cube upon c cube. So which is the option which is matching 3abc minus b cube? This one, right? Option C, right? It is very similar to option A. The only difference is here there is a cube and we need all c cube in the denominator, right? So I hope this is clear to everyone. Next question. If alpha beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial kx square plus 4x plus 4, find the value of k such that this is equal to that. Okay, fair enough. Now again, first, similar to all the question, what I will do, I will first find the value of alpha plus beta, which will be minus b by a, and alpha beta will be equal to c by a. Now what is alpha plus beta? It will be minus 4 by k. And what is alpha beta? It will be again 4 by k. Correct? Both are what? Minus 4 by k and 4 by k. The only difference is of the sign. Correct? One is negative, one is positive. Now, next, so if I write alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta equal to 24. I'll just plug in this value, right? So what I will get it to be equal to 16 by k square minus 2 into 4 into k is equal to 24. Correct? If I take LCM, right? If I take LCM, what will I get? I will get 16 minus 8k is equal to 24k square. Correct? This all the numbers are divisible by what? 8. So I will divide it and I will get 2 minus k plus 3k, not minus k square. Wait. So 2 minus k is equal to 3k square. So from here I will get 3k square plus k minus 2 is equal to 0. Right? 3k square plus 2 minus 2 equal to 0. Correct? Now I'll find the value of k. It's again a quadratic itself. So if I find the value of k, what will I get? 3k square plus 3k minus k minus 2 is equal to 0. So if I take 3k common, I will get k plus 1 minus 1 minus 2k, right here minus 2. So minus 2 k plus 1 equal to 0. So k will be equal to 2 by 3, right? Or k will be equal to minus 1, right? K will be equal to 2 by 3. So actually both A and B are the answer, and both A and B are given in which of the option? Option C. So actually A, B, instead of, if there is only one option correct, you will mark option C. All right? Okay, next question. 11th. If x square minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0, then the value of x to the power 5 plus 1 upon x to the power 5 is equal to what, right? So this question I think I have explained you. So how to find the value of x to the power 5 plus 1 upon x to the power 5. So for that, first I'll use this equation. So for this equation, how can I write? I can write it to be equal to x square plus 1 equal to 3x, right? If I divide on both the side, I will be getting x square plus 1 upon x is equal to 3, which is actually x plus 1 upon x is equal to 3. Correct? Now, if I square it, so I will get x square plus 1 upon x square plus 2x into 1 upon x is equal to 9. This and this will cancel. This is nothing but 2 into 1. Right? So I will say x square plus 1 upon x square is equal to 7. Right? X square plus 1 upon x square is equal to what? 7. Now similarly, I will also find the value of x cube plus 1 by x cube. Right? So x cube plus 1 upon x cube. Right? I'll apply the formula of a cube plus b cube, which will be x plus 1 upon x whole cube minus 3 into x plus 1 upon x into 1 by x. This and this will cancel out, right? Now we have the value of x plus 1 by x. What is the value? 3. So if I plug in here, I will get 3 cube minus 3 into 3, right? Which is 27 minus 9, which is 18. Right? Which is what? 18. Now if I just multiply x square plus 1 upon x square and x cube plus 1 upon x cube, right? So I will get what? I will be getting x square plus 1 upon x square and x cube plus 1 upon x cube. If I do that, I will be getting on the left hand side, I will be getting 7 into 18, right? 7 into 18. On the right side, what I will be getting? Right side, I will be getting x to the power 5 plus 1 upon x plus 1 upon x to the power 5. Correct? And 7 into 18 will be how much? 7 8 are 6, 5. So 1. Yes. So 126. Right? Now, see what is the value of x plus 1 by x? The value of x plus 1 by x is actually 3. Right? So what I will write? I will write x to the power 5 plus 3 plus 1 upon x to the power 5 is equal to 126. It actually means x to the power 5 plus 1 upon x to the power 5 is equal to 123. So the answer for this, right, is what? 123. Right? 123. This is a very good question in which you need to find the value of x to the power 5 plus 1 upon x to the power 5. Right? For this, we need to multiply x square plus 1 upon x square and x cube plus 1 upon x cube. Okay. So I hope this is also clear to everyone. Now, 12th question. 12th, let fx is equal to x square plus x minus 6. Find the value of t, right? So that f of t minus 5 is equal to 0, right? F of t minus 5 equal to 0. So see, first I will factorize this equation. So what I'll get? F of x is equal to x square plus 3x minus 2x minus 6, right? So it will be x into x plus 3 minus 2 into x plus 3. So I will have x minus 2 and x plus 3. This is f of x, right? Now if I want to find out f of t minus 5, I will just replace x with what? T minus 5. So I'll have t minus 5 minus 2 and t minus 5 plus 3, right? So we'll have t minus 7 and we'll have t minus 2, right? Now where is this becoming 0? It will be becoming 0 at t is equal to 7 and t is equal to 2. Correct? T is equal to 7 and t is equal to 2. So which is the option? T is equal to 2 and t is equal to 7. Option D. Understood? I hope it is clear to everyone. What did we do here? We first found the roots, right? Factorize this. We got it to be x minus 2 and x minus x plus 3. Then we replace x with t minus 5, right? Because they have asked the value of f of t minus 5. Understood? All right, let's do the next one. Two real numbers alpha and beta are such that alpha plus beta is equal to 3 and alpha minus beta is equal to 4, right? Then alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation what? Okay, so they have given us alpha plus beta and alpha minus beta. So what I'll do, I will just add them, right? So alpha plus beta is equal to 3 and alpha minus beta they have given to be what? 4. If I add them, I'll get 2 alpha is equal to 7. So alpha will be equal to what? 7 by 2. Right? I'll get the root, one of the root as what? Alpha equal to 7 by 2. We already have the sum of the roots. I just need to find the product of the roots. Right? Now, for that, alpha is what? 7 by 2. If I put value of alpha here, right? So I'll get 7 by 2 plus beta is equal to 3. So I'll have beta is equal to 3 minus 7 by 2. Right? 3 minus 7 by 2, which will be how much? Minus half. So can I say from here, alpha into beta, right, will be equal to 7 by 2 into minus half, which is minus 7 by 4, right, which is minus 7 by 4. Now I know the sum of the roots, right? Sum of the root is how much? 3. And I also know the product of the roots. So I can use this format, x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots is equal to 0, right? So what is s? S is 3. So x square minus 3x plus product of the root is how much? Minus 7 by 4 is equal to 0, right? Now what I'll do? I will take LCM or multiply with 4. So I'll get 4x square minus 12x minus 7 is equal to 0. So the answer is what? 4x square minus 12x minus 7 equal to 0. The correct option is option A. Right? Option B looks similar to option A, but it is not correct because in that they have given 4x square minus 12x plus 7. This is wrong. Understood? Please identify the option correctly. Okay. The next. If the roots of the equation x square minus 5x plus 16 equal to 0 are alpha and beta, then the roots of x square plus px plus q equal to 0 are alpha square plus beta square and alpha beta by 2, then what is the value, right? So one way of doing the question is we can actually find the roots, right? But this is not easily factorizable, 16, right? So what I'll do, I will just find the sum of the roots. So alpha plus beta is what? 5 and alpha beta is equal to what? 16, right? Alpha beta is equal to what? 16. Now if I square this, I'll get alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta is equal to 25, right? So alpha square plus beta square plus 2 into, what is alpha beta? 16, right? So I will get alpha square plus beta square to be 25 minus 32, which is minus 7, right? Which is minus 7, correct? So now this is one of the root and this is the other root. No, this is not the other root. Other root is what? Alpha beta by 2. So alpha beta by 2 is how much? Alpha beta by 2 will be how much? 16 by 2, which is 8. Right? 16 by 2, which is what? 8. So now, let's say if I say this root to be gamma and this to be delta, right? So I need to find sum of the roots, right? So what will be sum of the roots? Gamma plus delta. Gamma value is how much? Minus 7. And delta value is how much? 8. So I'll get answer as what? 1. Right? I'll get answer as what? 1. And for product of the roots, it will be gamma into delta, which will be minus 7 into 8, which will be minus 56. Right? Minus 56. So if I compare, our equation should be what? X square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots equal to 0. Right? So I'll be getting x square minus 1x minus 56 is equal to 0. Right? So on comparing this with the given equation, which is x square, given equation what? X square plus px plus q. Right? So what I'll be getting? P will be equal to what? Minus 1 and q will be equal to what? Minus 56. So P equal to minus 1 and Q equal to minus 56, which is option D. Right? This is option D. Alright? I hope it is clear to everyone. Then the last question of the homework, the equation x square plus bx plus c equal to 0 has 5 as the sum of its root and 15 as the sum of the square of its roots. And the value of c equal to what? Alright, so right, if I can say alpha plus beta, let the root be alpha plus beta, they have given sum is to be 5 and sum of the squares, alpha square plus beta square to be how much? 15. I need to find the value of C. Alright, so what I'll do, I'll square this. If I square this, I'll get alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta is equal to 25. Right, this is given to be 15, so I'll write it here. 15 plus 2 alpha beta is equal to what? 25. Right, so 2 alpha beta is equal to what? 10. So alpha beta will be equal to what? 5. And alpha beta is nothing but C. So answer of C is what? 5. Right, C is equal to how much? 5. Understood? I hope these questions are clear to everyone. Now we'll be doing the new topic, the last topic of quadratic equation, which is cubic polynomial. Right, so we'll learn how to factorize cubic polynomial, but I hope these questions are clear to everyone. All the questions are clear. I think worksheet number 6, and if you still have any doubt, you can go to the center, right? Go to the center and discuss with the doubt faculties. They are available there from 2 to 5, right? On all the centers, whichever center is nearby to you, you can go there and discuss. Okay, now we'll be discussing the next topic. Okay. Next topic is what? Factorization. Factorization of a cubic polynomial. Of a cubic equation. Right. Of a cubic equation. Factorization of a cubic equation. All right. So how we need to factorize a cubic equation? So we know how to factorize quadratic, but we don't know how to factorize a cubic. So let's understand how to do factorization of cubic. So let's say they have given us an equation x cube, right, minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6 is equal to 0. Right, x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6 is equal to 0, right? And I need to actually factorize this equation, factorize this cubic equation, right? So what will I do now? In this, if I want to factorize this, the first root, so for anyway, this cubic will have how many roots? This cubic will have maximum 3 real roots, right? Maximum it will have how many real roots? 3, alpha, beta and gamma. Am I clear? Okay. Now, out of this alpha, beta, gamma, any one of the root, out of this alpha, beta, gamma, any one of the roots you have to find out by hit and trial method, right? So find, first thing is what? Find first root by hit and trial method. Now, what does hit and trial method means? Hit and trial method. Right, what does hit and trial method means? Hit and trial method means that you have to find the root by just plugging in the value of x, right? You are trying to find it out by hit and trial. So what values of x you will put? You will put x is equal to 1, right? If 1 is not satisfying, then you will put minus 1. If minus 1 is also not satisfying, then you will put plus 2, then minus 2, and then plus minus 3, right? So these 6 values of x, you will try to check one by one which of these 6 values, right, will satisfy the given cubic equation. All right. Out of this 6, you will start with 1, then we'll go to minus 1, then we'll go to 2, then we'll go to minus 2, then we'll go to 3, then minus 3. If anywhere we get any value of this x satisfy the given equation, we will not check it further, right? We will not check it further. Am I clear? So let's say if I want to try x equal to 1, and if I substitute in this equation and x equal to 1 satisfy this equation, then I will not check minus 1, I will not check 2, I will not check minus 2, 3 or minus 3. I will stop at 1 itself. Right? Okay, so let's check, this cubic is what? Given, so let's check f of minus 1, right? Let this cubic be what? F of x. Alright, so let's check f of, sorry, not minus 1, f of 1. f of 1, right? So f of 1, if I check it, so I'll get 1 cube minus 6 into 1 square plus 11 into 1 minus 6, right? So you will get 1 minus 6 plus 11 minus 6, which will be 0, right? Which will be how much? 0. So in this question, in this cubic, directly 1 only got satisfied, right? If suppose 1 was not satisfying means what? That if on plugging the value of x equal to 1, this is not becoming 0, then I will not take 1, I will check for minus 1. Then if it minus 1 is also not coming, then 2, then minus 2, then 3, then minus 3, right? Until I get one root, I will stop. I will not stop, all right? So this time we have got 1 as a root, right? If 1 is a root of the given equation, right? 1 is a root of the given equation, can I say that one of the factors of this equation will be x minus 1? Right, one of the factors of this equation will be what? X minus 1. So we got one factor of this cubic, right? So the other factor, what other factors we will find the other two factors. Second step is what? Find the other two factors. Other two factors by dividing the cubic with the factor found. Right, with the factor found. So in our case, the cubic was what? In our case, the cubic was x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6, and the factor which we found was x minus 1. Right? Now division, we have to divide this. Now division can be done in two methods, right? One is long division method, second is synthetic division, right? I think long division method every one of you knows, but synthetic division not many people knows, right? So I'll first show you how to find the roots or the factors with the help of long division method only. All right, then we'll understand once we'll try synthetic division also. All right, so let's say that this cubic we need to divide with x minus 1. So I think all of you know that. First we'll divide x cube with x, so we'll get x square. So here it will be x cube minus x square, then minus plus subtracting, right? So this will cancel out. Minus 6x square plus x square will be how much? Minus 5x square, right? It will be how much? Minus 5x square. This will be directly coming down, so 11x minus 6. Correct. Now I will divide minus 5x square with x, so I'll get minus 5x, and here it will be how much? Minus 5x square, and here it will be 5x, right? So minus, this will be cancelling out, right? So you will be having now 6x minus 6, right? And then you will multiply at last with what? 6. So you will get 6x minus 6 minus plus, right? So you will be getting 0. So you should be getting here 0, right? Why? Because x minus 1 is a factor of the given cubic, right? If it is a factor, it means that on dividing any cubic with the factor, the remainder should be 0. Right? If you are not getting here 0, it means the assumed factor, whatever factor you have got here, is not correct. All right? Or the division is not correct. Am I clear? After getting this, after doing this, what I can say? I can say that x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6. Right? X cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6, which is a divisor, right? Will be equal to what? X minus 1 into x square minus 5x plus 6, right? Which will be equal to what? X square minus 5x plus 6 plus 0 should be there, right? But 0 will not be coming. Why? Because there is no use of writing 0. Okay, now we will not stop here. What we will do? We will try to factorize the quotient. Whatever quotient we have got, we will try to factor. It will be a quadratic. Now this cubic is reduced with what? Quadratic. Now I will be trying to factorize this quadratic. And how will I do that? I'll be getting x minus 1. This will become x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 6. Right? So you'll be having x minus 1, x square, x minus 3 minus 2, x minus 3. Right? So you finally have x minus 1, x minus 3 and x minus 2. Correct? So there are the here are the three factors, x minus 1, x minus 3, x minus 2. Alright, so I hope all of you understood how to actually factorize the cubic equation. Right? First, what I'll do, first we will try to find any one of the root or the factor by hit and trial method. Hit and trial method means I'll first put 1, then minus 1, then 2, then minus 2, and then 3, and then minus 3. Out of the 6 value, at least one of the value will satisfy, right? Wherever it satisfies, we will stop it there. Correct? After stopping, we will divide the given cubic with the found factor, right? And we'll get it a quadratic. Then we'll reduce the quadratic also. We can try to factorize it, and then we'll get the answer. Understood? So this method is actually what this division method is known as what? Long division method. This is known as what? Long division method. And I think all of you have learned this method only. Right? But this method is very lengthy. Right? This method is very lengthy, and I don't recommend it. Right? There is one more method to divide a cubic with a linear term. How? Let's understand. Right? This is the second method, which is synthetic division. Synthetic division. In that, what you will do, see, we found the factor as x minus 1, and the cubic was what? X cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6. Right? Now, here we will be getting 1 minus 6, 11 minus 6. Right? You will make these two perpendicular lines. Alright? And you will write the coefficient of cubic. You will write the coefficient of cubic in ascending manner only. It means that you will first write the coefficient of cube, then x square, then x, and then the constant term. Right? Alright. And you will write the root which you found to be outside, right? Which is satisfying. Alright? Well, I hope this is clear to everyone. Right? Till here it is clear to everyone. Now what I'll do, just this first number, just write it down, right, without doing anything. So this first number will be coming here. Alright, first number is coming here without doing anything. Then you will multiply this 1 with this number, right, and write that number here. Okay, so what is 1 into 1? 1. Correct? Now you will add minus 6 and 1. What you will get? Minus 5. Understood? Again you will do the same thing. Again you will multiply this with this and write it here. So what you will get? 1 into minus 5, minus 5. Right? So 11 minus 5 is how much? It is how much? 6. Correct? Again you will do the same thing. Again you will do the same thing. What you will do? You will multiply this with this and write it here. Right? So you will be getting what? 6. Understood? And then at last if you add it, you should get 0 here. Just like in long division, you were getting 0. Similarly, you will be getting 0 here also. If you are not getting 0, it means you have done something wrong. Alright, you have done something wrong. Now, after getting 0, right, this cubic is reduced with what? Cubic coefficients are reduced to quadratic coefficients. So what is this quadratic? This is x square minus 5x plus 6. Right? This is the same quadratic which we got here. X square minus 5x plus 6. Right? This is the same quadratic which we got it here, but we have done it through a different method. Alright. Now we will factorize this just like we did there. So we will have x minus 2 and x minus 3. Correct? So finally I can say that x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6 is equal to x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. Understood? X minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Synthetic division method, right? We'll practice questions on this, but I think the method is clear. I'll repeat it once again, right? The first step is common in both the method. What is the first step? The first step is find the root by hit and trial method. So after finding the first root, you will write it outside the two perpendicular lines and then write the coefficients, right, of the cubic in ascending manner here, right? Then what do? You copy the first number directly without doing anything. So this 1 came down, right? Then you multiply 1 with 1, you will get it here, right? Then you multiply this 1 with minus 5, it will come here, right? So 11 minus 5, you add them, so you will get 6. Then this 1 with 6, you will get it 6. Minus 6 plus 6 is what? 0, right? Now this cubic was reduced into what? A quadratic with this as a coefficient. So x square minus 5x plus 6, and it will be reduced to what? X minus 2, x minus 3, right? So I hope this is clear to everyone. All right. Now I want you to try one question. I'll give it to you here. It is similar to that one, so, but it is something changing. So x square, x cube plus 6x square minus 11x, right? And plus 6 is equal to 0, right? Yes. Minus plus. Earlier one was, it is 11x, right? So this will be plus, this will be plus x square plus 11x, right? Minus 6 plus 6 is equal to 0, right? Yeah. Try this question, everyone. Try this question by both the long division and the synthetic division method, okay? So what you will do, you will assume this to be what? P of x. You will check first 1, right? So if you check for 1, it is 1 plus 6 plus 11 plus 6. It will not be equal to 0, right? Anyway, if I add the numbers, they are not equating to 0. There has to be some subtraction, right? Then what I'll do, I'll check for minus 1. If I check for minus 1, I'll be getting minus 1 plus 6 minus 11 plus 6 is equal to 0. This is correct, right? So we found one of the root as what? Minus 1. Correct? Now, if I found one of the root as minus 1, the other two roots to find will be how? We'll be doing x plus 1, right? First we'll do by long division. So x cube plus 6x square plus 11x plus 6, right? Now, I will write here x square. So you'll get x cube plus x square minus minus. This will cancel. So you'll have 5x square plus 11x plus 6, right? Now, I'll multiply with what? Plus 5x. So plus 5x square plus 5x minus minus. This will cancel. So you'll have 6x plus 6. Now I'll multiply with 6. So I'll be having 6x plus 6 minus minus, and I'll be having finally what? 0. Right? The 0 signifies that whatever we have done, it is correct. Correct? Now I can write the cubic, which is x cube plus 6x square plus 11x plus 6 as x plus 1 into x square plus 5x plus 6. Right? X square plus 5x plus 6. Now what I'll do, I will try to factorize this if it is possible. It is possible, right? So for this one, it will be how much? X plus 1 into x, this will be x square plus 3x plus 2x plus 6, right? So x plus 1, x common, so I'll have x plus 3 plus 2, x plus 3, right? So you'll be having x plus 1, x plus 3 and x plus 2, just like the previous one. The only thing I changed here is that initially it was minus x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3, x minus 2. Now it will be what? X plus 1, x plus 3 and x plus 2, correct? So this we did with what? Long division method, right? Now I will do with what? Synthetic division method. The same question we will do with synthetic division. So one root anyway we found it to be minus 1, and I will write the coefficients here, right? So what are the coefficients? 1, 6, 11 and 6, right? So what was the method? I will write this 1 down, so it will be 1, then minus 1 into 1 is minus 1, 6 plus minus 1 will be equal to what? 5, then minus 1 into 5 will be equal to what? Minus 5, 11 minus 5 will be equal to 6, and then 1 into 6 will be equal to 6 minus 6, right? And then it will become what? 0, correct? So now this cubic has been reduced down to what? A quadratic. So I can say that x cube plus 6x square plus 11x plus 6 is equal to x plus 1, x square plus 5x plus 6, right? Okay, now if it is there, then we'll say it is equal to x plus 1, x plus 2 and x plus 3. Just like we factorized it earlier, we can factorize it here also and we'll get the answer. Alright, so I hope this is clear to everyone. Alright, now I'll give you one more question to solve this similar to this, but this one I think it will not be so simple. Okay, so let's solve one more question. Find the factors of the cubic polynomial gx is equal to, right, gx is equal to x cube minus 4x square minus 7x plus 10, right? X cube minus 4x square minus 7x plus 10, correct? Now please try it. You can do it by either long division or you can do it by synthetic division, right? Please try this question. What you will do, you will first try g of 1, right? So if you try g of 1, what are you getting? See, I think it can become 0. So we'll get 1 minus 4 minus 7 plus 10, right? So it is becoming 0. It means 1 is the root of the equation, right? If 1 is the root of the equation, I can write x minus 1 outside and I can divide x cube minus 4x square minus 7x plus 10, right? Okay, now this is normal long division, right? So x cube with x you will get x square, so you will have x cube minus x square minus plus, this will cancel, so you will have minus 3x square minus 7x plus 10, right? Now you will do minus 3x, so minus 3x square plus 3x, right? So it will become plus, this will become minus, this will cancel out, right? Now you will be having minus 10x plus 10. At last you will multiply with minus 10, so you will get minus 10x plus 10 plus minus, right? So it will be 0. Understood? This will be what? 0. Okay. So this is we reduced to now the quadratic, right? So we'll write g of x is equal to what? X minus 1 x square minus 3x minus 10, right? X minus 1 x square minus 3x minus 10, right? Now x square minus 3x minus 10, we can factorize that also further. So you will get x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10, right? X square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10, which will become x minus 1. X, if I take common, it will become x minus 5 plus 2 x minus 5, right? So finally you will have x minus 1 x plus 2 and x minus 5, right? So we needed to find the factors of the given cubic, and we found the factors for what? X minus 1 x plus 2 and x minus 5, right? Now the same cubic, now same thing we can also do by what? Synthetic division. This was what? Long division method, right? This was one what? Long division method. Now I will do the next one, which is synthetic division method. Same question, right? So one of the root was 1, correct? What was the coefficients? The coefficients are 1, minus 4, minus 7 and 10. So we'll write it here, 1, minus 4, minus 7 and 10, correct? Now what is the first step? You will first copy this 1 down, it will become 1. So 1 into 1, you will write it here, 1. Minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3. This 1 into minus 3, you will write it here. So you'll write minus 3. Minus 7 plus minus 3 is how much? Minus 10. Now 1 into minus 10 is how much? Minus 10. So it is 0. Correct? So finally you will get what? X square minus 3x minus 10, which will be same x minus 5 and x plus 2, correct? So from here also you will get the same answer as what you have got before, that the given polynomial g of x will be equal to what? X minus 1 x plus 2 and x minus 5. Understood? So this is this second method and the second question based on the same concept. I hope now it is clear how to factorize the cubic equation, right? First step is to find through hit and trial method, and the second is through long division or synthetic division, right? I will always prefer to do what? Synthetic division. Synthetic division is much more simpler, all right? It is much more faster also, right? First step is anyway same, but it is faster to solve through synthetic division. Okay, and it was not done for you people in 9th and 10th, so that is why I have taught it here. I hope it is clear to everyone. If again someone doesn't know this synthetic division or has any doubt, they can go to the nearest center and clear with the doubt faculties there. All right, now let's do the next one. Next question. Okay, you try to find the roots of, try to factorize x cube minus 8, right? Try to factorize this x cube minus 8. X cube minus 8, right? So how will we do this? We will say let fx is equal to what? X cube minus 2 cube. We can just write, if we remember the formula of what? A cube minus b cube. So we can write it is equal to what? X minus 2 a square plus ab plus b square, right? This is the second way, factor. Let's say if we do not remember this formula. So what I'll do, I'll assume this to be what? F of x, right? So I will first try f of 1. F of 1 will be how much? 1 minus 8 does not equal to 0. Then I will try f of minus 1. It is also minus 1 minus 8 does not equal to 0. Then I will try for f of 2. F of 2 is how much? 2 cube minus 8, which is 0. That is correct. So we got one of the root as what? 2. Right? If we got one of the root as 2, then what I will do? I will apply long division method. X cube minus 8, and this is what? X minus 2. Correct? So if here it will be coming x square, then it will be x cube minus 2x square minus plus. So you will be having 2x square minus 8. Right? Now I will write plus 2x square minus 4x minus plus. This will cancel. You will have 4x minus 8. And at last you will write plus 4. So you will get 4x minus 8 minus plus. It will become 0. So see, again you will reach the same place. Right? Again you will reach the same place. If you know the formula of a cube minus b cube, then you can directly get it. If you don't know, then you have to do this long division. Right? And same thing if I want to do through synthetic division. So what I'll do? In synthetic division, what I'll do? I will write 2 outside. Coefficient of x cube was 1. Coefficient of x square was 0. Coefficient of x was 0. But coefficient of constant is what? Minus 8. Understood? So I told you, you have to write the coefficient in ascending manner. So x cube, then x square, then x, and then some constant. Right? Now, same thing I'll repeat. This 1 will go down. So 2 into 1 is 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 into 2 is what? 4. 0 plus 4 is 4. And 2 into 4 is what? 8, which is 0. Right? So you will get x square plus 2x plus 4. Right? That's what we got earlier also. X square plus 2x plus 4. Right? But in synthetic division, again I am saying, please be mindful while writing the coefficient. This you have to write in this manner only. First of x cube, then of x squared, then x, and then the constant at last. Alright? I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, now we'll do one more question. Last question. Last question is what? Show that x plus 1 and 2x minus 3, right? Show that x plus 1 and 2x minus 3 are factors of 2x cube minus 9x square plus x plus 12, right? 2x cube minus 9x square plus x plus 12. So what I'll do, I will assume this equation to be what? This polynomial to be what? P of x. Right? If it is P of x, I can say P of x be equal to 2x cube minus 9x square plus x plus 12. If I need to show that this is a factor, its root should satisfy this equation, right? So what is the root of this? Minus 1. So P of minus 1 will be 2 into minus 1 cube plus 9 into minus 1 square plus minus 1 plus 12, right? How much we are getting? We are getting minus 2 plus 9 minus 1 plus 12, right? Correct. So how much it will be? 2x cube minus 9x square. This is not becoming 0, right? Something I think I have taken a question wrong. Give me a minute. Two x cube minus 9x square plus x plus 12. This is correct. Okay, it is minus 9. Nah? This is minus 9. Alright, now it will satisfy. So now this will become 0. Right? This will become what? 0. If it is 0, It means that x plus 1 is one of the factor of this equation. Now the second factor, which is x is equal to 3 by 2, that also you can do in this way only, or you can actually find the factor because we got one of the factor, right? X minus 1. So what I'll do, I will write minus 1 here, right? And find the other two factors. So 2, minus 9, 1 and 12. Right, so this 2 will come down, it will become 2. Minus 1 into 2 will be what? Minus 2. So minus 9 minus 2 will be minus 11. Minus 9 1 into 11 is what? 11. This will be 12, and minus 1 into 12 will be what? Minus 12. So this will become 0. Right? Now this cubic is reduced. Is reduced to what? 2x square minus 11x, right, plus 12 equal to 0. Correct? Now if I factorize this, this is 2x square minus 8x minus 3x plus 12 equal to 0. Right? Now 2x will I'll take common, so I'll get x minus 4 minus 3 x minus 4 equal to 0. So you'll have 2x minus 3 and x minus 4. Correct? So I can say that the three factors of this cubic are what? X plus 1, 2x plus 3, 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3, right? And x minus 4. So these are the three factors of this equation, and this we found, right, by synthetic division. We got one of the factors, they have given us one of the factors, and we have found the other two factors, right? Or else if they are just asking us to show that this is a factor, we will substitute this value 3 by 2 and it should become 0, right? We'll still substitute the value of 3 by 2 and this will become 0. So I'll show you that also, right? The polynomial is what? P of x is equal to 2x cube minus 9x square plus x plus 12, right? So if I write 3 by 2, what it will become? It will become 2 into 3 by 2 ka whole cube minus 9 into 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2 plus 12, right? So this will become 2 into 27 by 8 minus 9 into 3, which is 27. Which is 27, this is square, right? So this will be 9 into 9, 81 by 4 plus 3 by 2 plus 12. This will cancel with 4, right? Now 27 by 4 minus 81 by 4, it will be how much? 27 minus 81. Something was 6, right? So we'll divide with this denominator will be anyway 4. So if I take LCM, it will be 27 minus 81, right? This will be plus 6 and this will be plus 24, right? So 27 plus 4, it will be 48, correct? So 27 plus 48 plus 6 will give me 81 and this will become what? 0. Understood? That is why it is a factor of the given cubic polynomial. So this is how we can show that also, and if we are required to find, we can find, we have found it here also. Understood? So this marks the end of quadratic equation. I hope this is clear to everyone, right? So we'll revise what we have done today and then we will be giving you homework. Right, so this today we did only one topic, which is factorization of a cubic equation, and how to do that. We will first find the roots, right, by hit and trial method, by substituting either x equal to 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2, 3, minus 3, right? Any one of them, wherever it satisfies, we will stop it there, and then we can find the other two roots by either long division method, right, or by synthetic division method, right? So we have seen that by doing long division or synthetic division, the cubic will be reduced down into two factors. One is this, the other one is this, right? And this quadratic will be reduced to further, if it is possible, we can find the other two factors also, correct? Same thing we have done in synthetic division also. We have found one of the root and then reduced down into other two roots, right? So we have seen two questions of this, like this, right? And then we have practiced other two questions. All right, so this is what about synthetic division and long division. So this ends the factorization of a cubic polynomial. Now today's homework is, I think worksheet number 7 it will be. Yes. Worksheet number 7. Worksheet 7, page number 65, right? I think there is only one worksheet. Yes. Page number 65. There are 10 questions in this, right? All 10 questions. We'll discuss it tomorrow, right? And we have ended the quadratic equation. Now we'll be doing sequence and series tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we'll be starting a new chapter, sequence and series, in which we'll be seeing different kind of series and progression, AP, GP, and HP. All right. All right. Thank you, everyone.